I'm a Hindu married to a Christian. My question, which has come to my mind, is after hearing the thoughts of Doctor and the teachings of Islam regarding killing. If killing is strictly prohibited in Islam, why don't the Muslim spiritual leaders openly criticize and unitedly fight the killings going on in the name of jihad? How can Muslims allow Islam to be misused and misquoted by a few of those Muslims who are maligning the name of the entire community in the entire world?
Asked a very good question. She said that she was impressed with the teaching of Islam, that Islam is against killing innocent human beings. But how come all the Muslim leaders don't get together and condemn the killing that is going on in the name of jihad? And just because of few black sheep, Islam is being maligned. Sister, for the detailed answer, you should listen to my last talk in the last conference, 1 year back in November 2008. My final speech of the second International Peace Conference was Media and Islam, War or Peace. The main thing to blame, it is the media. It is the media.
Hello everyone. This is what is going on in the nation even today. Everyone is blaming media, everyone is blaming everyone else, and nobody is trying to open their eyes and find for themselves what is actually the problem. The problem, I don't know why there are people, literacy is going up. That is what I believe is knowledge is going down. Why do I say that knowledge is going down? Is because ignorant people are everywhere. They are everywhere around you, and you are also, maybe I'm just saying, maybe you too are a victim of this ignorance. See, this mentality, I was told when I was very small, people used to call it as herds mentality, where people are going with the herd. Whatever one person is saying, other one is following, and without even seeing or without even analyzing whether whatever is said is true or false. Just because this idiot is on TV, everyone believed him that he is on TV speaking in front of millions of people. Somebody, if he is lying, somebody might have checked and rebutted him, but it doesn't happen, and so he might be telling the truth. Whereas there are many people who can rebuttal him. He simply doesn't want to meet them or debate with them, because Islam is a very stupid thing. Even Albert Einstein would have defended. He can't defend stupidity, which is called as Islam. Now, this video, I don't want it to be a rant, but I just want to address this idiot, and I just want to address to people in general that nowadays Islam is the big problem, and people are thinking that something else is. Now, media is supporting, media is misguiding. That is the real truth. He's telling the truth, but he's blaming the media reports which is against Islam. Now you might say that he is working like a media nowadays in India. Everybody is telling that peace talk should be done in Pakistan, and why? Who is at fault? Why did this attack happen? There are hundreds of questions that are remained unanswered. Nobody is asking them. Nobody is providing the answers because nobody is asking them. Few people ask this question, and nobody is taking them seriously. So we will focus on this video, and then you decide for yourself. In my videos, I don't make people to. I don't think people are stupid. It is just that if they are brought in front of logic, that is what I believe, is they will think for themselves, and they will decide what is actually going to happen, is right for them. So I will just place the things in front of you logically. You are to decide whether it is true or false. Now, the first point that this Zakir Naik guy, he told us that media is to blame. because media is putting Islamic people in bad light, and at the same time people are subconsciously thinking that it might be Islam which is false. There are black sheep, he is saying, and the black sheep are in every religion. That is because of that Islam is getting a very bad name. So that is untrue. Why it is untrue? We will just go back and listen to some of the points that he will mention, and then we will rebuttal him what is actually the fact.
Which picks up black sheep of the community and they portray as though they're exemplary Muslims. It is the media. So what you see in the media is not what's exactly happening. Quran clearly mentions in Surah Ma'idah, chapter number 5, verse number 32, that if anyone kills any other human being, whether it be a Muslim or non-Muslim, unless it...
See the amount of misinformation this guy is spreading. The Quran clearly mentions in chapter 5 verse number 32 that it is only for the Muslims. The idolaters are not to be spared in Islam. Like, we'll go to Al Tafsir of this is a Islamic website, and this is the tafsir of Sunni tafsir of some. You can take any tafsir. I have taken the tafsir of Ibn Abbas, and Ibn Abbas, this is the verse. This is chapter number 5, and this is verse number 32, as you can see. And this is about a very backdated story that the author of the Quran is actually mentioning. It is about Abel and Cain, which is wrongfully he killed some person who, because of idolatry. See, you can see here, because of idolatry there was a killing taking place. He will be decreed for him to permanently premeditatedly and wrongfully kill a human being, as though he has killed all of mankind. Now this actually is a story which is actually stating that a person who is killing a person, he is killing actually a whole mankind, because from that person will be born another person from that means he is actually, by killing that person, he has committed the crime of killing the whole of the genealogy that is going to follow him, that is all the family tree structure that is going to follow. So that is the main target, and that is a good thing if you do it for idolaters. See, if you have killed one Hindu, it is like saying, if I kill one Hindu, from that Hindu, how many Hindus are coming out, I have actually stopped that, which is a good thing. Now in this verse, there is nowhere it is mentioned that whether it is bad or good. It is just mentioned that if you have killed one person, it is like killing the whole of mankind. So that is actually saying that if you go and kill one Hindu, you are killing the whole of that mankind that is going to come out of that person, which is a very dangerous thing. So you might be confused now that I am taking this narrative in a very different direction. So we will just actually say, go to this Quran and see, this is only one verse that Muslims popularly use to make their case, but we are going to go and read the Quran as a whole. So you can go to Quran and you can read whichever chapter you want. You will just see hatred for the idolaters, Jews and Christians, all those things. We will take the very famous chapter, that is chapter number 9, verse number 5, and you can read it. And when the sacred months have passed, that is the month of Ramzan, and then kill the polytheists wherever you find them, and capture them and besiege them, and sit and wait for them in every ambush. Now Muhammad or Allah is commanding to every Muslim here, when the sacred months have passed, you have to just wait and kill the idolaters wherever you find them. We can go to other verses, like you can go to verse number 29, because this whole thing is about idolatry, and now we will see what to do about the Jews and Christians. Here is verse number 29. Fight those who do not believe in Allah and who do not consider unlawful what Allah as messenger have made unlawful, and who have adopted the religion of truth, from who were given scriptures, fight until they give jizya in willing while humbled. This is actually a changed version, because people are quoting this very often, and they have changed. So this is about actually Christians. The next verse, they can't hide it. They have hidden it, but the verse number 30, they can't remove the Jews and Christians from there. Now, who is the culprit here? The Jews say Ezra is the son of Allah. The Jews actually doesn't say that, and this is the wrong information that Muhammad had, and he is just stating that the Jews believe that Ezra is the son of Allah. Jews do not believe that any son of God is there. But anyway, he has a misinformation, and that is one wrong thing in Quran, and you can just reject it by this kind of stupidity. Christians say Messiah is the son of Allah. Okay, so Christians do believe that Jesus is the son of God, and their statement from their mouths, and it is the imitation of those who disbelieved in the past. So this is actually saying that Jews, they believe in some other God other than Allah, and Christians, they believe some other God other than Allah. So that is why we should kill them. There is numerous examples of how this works, and why there are killings taking place. Why do people just, this is a very small book, people can read it in just 124 hours time. There is this hadith that is in front of your screen right now. You can read any of these books. The stupidity continues. You can just take any book, any war. There are chapters in this of how to take war, how to do the war, how to prostrate in recital, how to have sex, which is which will be a topic of some other discussion. But the point here is, look at this person, guys. He is deceiving us. All you have to do is just take a book, just read it, and then decide for yourself why the terrorism is happening. I am guaranteeing you, your eyes is going to open up in front of this stupidity. He is deceiving you and telling that it is the religion of peace, and that is also, we are going to continue this discussion in the future, and I'm going to tell you how. But at this moment, this guy is deceiving, and which is allowed, and he's not doing a wrong thing according to his religion. His religion tells him to do that. If anybody is not convinced, deceive him or her into taking into Islam. So this is the following. These are the followers. They don't have brains. The Quran is not scientific. We have done this video before, and we have made our case so far. And even if you are not convinced, this is what is happening in India. This is what is happening now after the Pulwama attack. People are coming out and they are just saying that Islam is peaceful and this and that, just to make a fool out of you. The whole problem is Islam. Hope you understand it. Thank you very much.